Finding the right light system for a room is sometimes challenging. Most of the time, we need a really good white light for some activities, like reading, writing, manual working, or working on a computer. And for other activities, like watching a movie or just resting at night, we need a yellow and softer light. Finding a good balance for both of these situations in a good-looking ceiling lamp is not so easy. That was the reason that I decided to build this one-shot solution for this problem. Today, I will show you how I built a beautiful wood and resin LED ring light that can be both a strong white light for daily activities and a cozy yellow light for relaxing moments. And the coolest feature of it is controlled using your Wi-Fi, Alexa or Google Assistant. Before we proceed, don't forget that you can get all the plans for this project in the link in the description. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button and subscribe, that helps a lot small content creators like me. The most complex piece of this project is the wood ring itself. To make it, I used a piece of pinus wood from a previous project that, coincidentally, already had a ring format. If you would like to take a look at this project, I provided a link in the card above. This was a very interesting speaker project. The wood ring that I already have has the right shape, but not the right dimension to make this ring light, so I had to make it a little bit thinner. To cut it, I used a trimmer and a straight cut drill bit. With the right width, I had to carve a kind of channel to make room for the LEDs on both sides of the wood ring. To make it, I used the same trimmer tool. The reason I carved the channel on both sides is that in one of them I'm going to put the white LEDs facing down, and on the other side I will put the yellow LEDs facing up. The idea here is to have a direct white light and an indirect yellow light. This way, the yellow light will provide the comfort that I was looking for. I made 3 holes into the internal side of the wood ring, so I had some spots to insert the wires in it. After that, I gave a good sand in the wood ring and proceeded to attach the LEDs into it. As this ring will hang in the ceiling, I needed to figure out a way to suspend it using something. In this case, I used a transparent covered wire, so it would look like an iron cable, and I think that it would be pretty cool. In one of the cables, I soldered the white LED strip and glued it into the channel that was previously made. On the other side of the ring, I followed the same procedure, but with the yellow LED strip. The third cable was used just to suspend the ring light into the ceiling and did not have any electrical connection. During the process of gluing the LED strips into the wood ring, I used the back adhesive tape, but I also needed to use some hot glue to help it. To make the ring light a nice finish, I covered the channel that has the LED strips with epoxy resin. To the white light side, I added some white pigment into the epoxy resin. The idea here was that it would hide the LEDs, but I was not so happy with the result that I got. Maybe I could have made the channel a little bit deeper or added more white pigment into the resin, because in the end the LEDs were a little bit evident when looking at it. But as the only way to correct it would be making everything again, it will be here just as a tip if you're going to try this at your home, as I don't plan to correct it into this project. After that, I gave another good sanding to the whole ring light to prepare it for painting. To paint it, I just used a regular transparent wood ceiling, and that was just enough for this project. Moving forward, I had to figure out a way to fix the ring into the ceiling. First, I thought about making a wood support for it, but as I had this old lamp around, I decided to use its own support to do it. As the black color of it would not fit nice into this case, I just had to paint it white and it was good to go. Now, it's time to make everything works. As I have a couple of lights that already work with Alexa in my house, I really wanted to control this one with the same system. To make it, I used 2 Wi-Fi interrupters that I bought online. They are really easy to work with, I just had to follow the manufacturer instructions. As the LED strips work with 12 volts, I had to use 2 power supplies attached to the Wi-Fi interrupters. The whole configuration to make everything works looked like it. Now, I just had to connect each side of the ring light into one of the 12-volt power supplies and prepare it to be fixed on the ceiling. The ceiling light is ready to go. It showed to be a good strong white light for daily activities and a cozy yellow light for relaxing moments, as planned. With the Alexa connection, I could use it even with scenarios for some activities like reading or watching a movie. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next project.